You had a baby in a house when you were 13 years old and we can't find you. By the way, where's the baby buried? I asked that question to her. And she said what happened after she gave birth was they called her mom and they said that she's got to go. I said, how do you know the baby was dead? You're telling me they moved you into a room and they induced labor after you said, I don't want to give up my child.
And the kids, we all thought they were this tragic little family. They weren't his. We found the DNA records later.
They hid. Not because I was embarrassed. Not because I didn't want anyone. Yes, we did keep it very private. But it's because it was a moment very sacred. I was growing a human inside of me. My baby. The world that Charlie and I live in is very toxic.
The conversation really started with something surprisingly simple. In today's world, pregnancies, especially for public figures, are usually documented everywhere. Social media posts, candid photos, public appearances, even random fan pictures. But in Erika's case, critics online say something feels strangely absent. There are no clear images showing a visible pregnancy, no public appearances with an obvious baby bump, and no casual photos that confirm what many expected to see. On its own, that might mean nothing. But then people noticed something else, and that's where things started getting messy.
Raised Erika Kirk. Her mom, Loretta Francevy.
Yeah, that's Erika Kirk getting an ultrasound. There's been a lot of talk about whether or not that woman has really ever been pregnant. Now, I've been pregnant 5 times. The first was a miscarriage, gave birth to 4. So you bet your ass I zoomed in on that ultrasound screen. And this is a close-up of the screen, which led me to do a deep dive into the stages of pregnancy, which I've done, back in the day when I was pregnant, but it's been a while. It's hard to see a lot of detail in that picture. Based on her stomach size and the size of what we can see, it would be safe to presume this is the viability ultrasound, that they determine if there's a heartbeat, which they can do as early as 6 weeks. And this is what it looks like at 6 weeks, and this is what it looks like at 8 weeks. Wanted to compare that to her picture, but I don't have the technology to zoom in on it. I wasted 2 hours, except I learned that at 9 weeks they hiccup. I didn't know that.
When an ultrasound image surfaced, viewers quickly zoomed in. And according to online commentators, the name displayed on the screen didn't match the public identity many people knew. Instead of Erika Kirk, some viewers claimed the image showed her maiden name. Now, to be clear, that detail has never been officially explained and could easily be an administrative mix-up. But once people spotted it, speculation began spreading fast. And the internet has a habit of turning tiny details into massive questions.
Everything about Charlie is adding up. I cannot get a single person to confirm if they saw Erika, who's apparently out and about. I then thought, wouldn't it make sense? She screams in the middle of a parking lot. She screams in the middle of a doctor's office. Everybody kind of knows where they were when Charlie got shot. Okay, if this doctor's office had people in it, there's going to be someone who said, hey, I heard a giant scream at my doctor's office.
Another contradiction pushed the debate even further. Erika reportedly kept her pregnancy extremely private, describing it as something sacred. Yet when her husband, Charlie Kirk, tragically dead after being SH00T, she documented deeply personal moments of grief online. To some viewers, that difference felt confusing. If privacy was a goal, why hide one chapter of life while sharing another so publicly? That contrast alone sparked another wave of investigation.
I know we had a birth plan, and the only thing that went to plan on that birth plan was that we had a child.
That's right.
Everything else
went
out the window.
We had a great OD. May he rest in peace. Terrible story.
So sad.
Recently, Candace Owens hinted that Erika might not have been where she originally said she was on the day Charlie was SH00T. According to those reported claims, Erika previously said she had been at a hospital with her mother, but other sources mentioned by Owens allegedly suggest she may have been somewhere else entirely. These reports remain disputed, and none of them have been proven in court. Still, the suggestion alone was enough to send the internet into another frenzy of speculation. And that's when another name began appearing over and over again.
And remember, Tracy Martin is Erika's best friend for over 15 years. How close are Erika and Tracy? They've done everything together. Tracy says from Romanian Angels. Erika modeled for her clothing brand.
Observers online noticed that Tyler Boyer kept surfacing in different chapters of the story. Some online commentators have even speculated about possible paternity questions involving him. To be clear, there is no confirmed public DNA evidence supporting those claims. But the rumors persist because people believe certain timelines raise questions about what may have been happening behind the scenes.
That Tracy's daughter is actually Erika's assistant. I'll put in allegedly there because we've got to confirm that information. But the source knows.
By this point, the speculation had expanded far beyond pregnancy rumors. Some discussions online began suggesting the marriage itself might have been under strain, pointing to small details like reported arguments, rumors about separation, and claims that divorce may have been approaching. None of those claims have been officially confirmed, but they continue to circulate because people believe they might explain why certain events unfolded the way they did. And that's what keeps this story alive. Because when the same names appear in multiple moments, when timelines seem to shift, and when rumors about private DNA conversations begin circulating behind the scenes, people naturally start connecting dots. Whether those connections are accurate or completely off the mark is still unknown.
To tell his story, but he also had to include the part where he claims that he saw Erika Kirk the night before, also on Fort Huachuca at Candlewood Inn and Suites. Okay.
What they did to my husband. And I want to give him a kiss because I didn't get to give him a kiss this morning.